This is QualityStocks. Today is Wednesday, September 8th, 2010, and today we're going to take a look at TriValley Corp. This is an AMEX stock trading on a ticker TIV. Pretty solid downtrend with a big drop here back in April from $2.17 down to $1.30. This slide has continued since. We're going to look for signs of a possible reversal now as another base is trying to form. It's done it in the past and fallen through. So we're going to look for some positive indications that possibly this time it might have a go of it. Positive divergence with the MACD. We're about ready to get the histogram to break through zero, which tells you the signal line is being crossed. That's a bullish signal. Not a real deep pinch, but a pincher nonetheless. The PPO only around -10, but the ADX is up pretty high at 51. So we're going to look for the speed of this direction to begin to slow down. We're going to look and see, we're just getting a hint right now of the ADX curling down. We're going to look for that to continue, and we're going to look for the positive and negative DIs to continue their pass and look for a cross here in the near future. Money flows coming up out of oversold, 7 leading the way, 14 and 21 have been going sideways a little bit, but they look like now they're getting ready to turn to the north side, another positive indication. The accumulation distribution has been, this is going back to April, ever since the big drop, has still kind of been trending sideways, still a slight downtrend to it, but it's not as steep as I would expect it to be. And the shaken money flow actually has an uptrend to it. It's based on the accumulation distribution, but it's weighted differently. And this tells you that selling is still outweighing buying, but it's evening itself out little by little. You're looking for this to continue to break back towards zero. CCI coming up out of -100. Bottom feeders use this as a buy point. That way, if it wants to dip back down, the sell is in effect. You get out right away. But the breakthrough -100 is a positive sign. Also going along with it is the uptrend towards zero. Full stow this time didn't even touch the very bottom. Still in oversold territory, but looking to break back through it right now. Another positive thing. The tricks still has a pretty serious downtrend to it. We'll be lucky to see if it can even keep an uptrend to it at this point. Looks like it's trying to turn, trying to flatten. So we're going to look for this gap, the separation between the two, to start to close up, and this to start to make a slight curl and possibly start to head back towards zero, but that's more of a long-term indication. RSI is trying to come out of oversold. They flatlined again. They had a nice move today, but then they still closed back down. That black candle tells you that it closed at the same price as it closed the day before that. If this would have closed up, we would have seen these RSIs make a stronger move, but because it ended up closing lower than it opened, we got a slight twist back down to them. We're going to look for some buying pressure to come in and see if this can start to snap its way completely out of oversold. 92,000 in volume. We'd like to see a little bit more than that. That's about average, but we'd like to see a little bit more to prove that this is going to see some true buying pressure. Not a bad support level right through here. Right around, see, 58, 59, 60. It's developing a pretty nice support level. I'd like to see it hold 60. If it wants to get down here and test 58, the eyes need to be open and a little bit wider as to possibly dropping off a little harder. So you pay pretty close attention to it at 60, certainly 59. And see if it can continue to hold these levels and see if it can get some buying pressure to hold it and give it some strength. From a resistance level, several places kind of right in through this area. You can see as I go through it, see the cursor and the crosshairs telling you right through that area, which was a high for the day of 65. So 64, 65 are going to be a little bit tough for it. If it can move through that, which is the only way it's going to start, it's got to get some buying pressure, and it's got to move through that easily. It can't continue to sit there and fight with it. Then you're going to look for more around 70. 69, 69, 70, 70. And, of course, right there is the 20-day moving average as well. So we're going to look for this to try and blow right through this with some nice buying pressure and get up here and challenge the 20-day moving average in 70 cents. I don't like putting too many lines in, so we're just going to try and put this through here where we're going to see some more resistance around 77, 78 area. Everything with this, because it's stair-step down, it doesn't ever really see a super strong resistance. I think it's going to be a lot stronger when it gets up here. near 82, 83. It's going to be some. It's going to, like I say, it's going to be a general area from 80 to 82, 83. But this is the area I'd be looking for. Not only was it a pretty decent support area through these three different time frames, but the 50-day moving average, of course, is dynamic. It's going to continue to slide down with it. So we're going to look for that area. See if it comes down a little bit more, then that might be 80. Right now, the 50-day is at 83. I'd consider that to be a pretty significant area. It's pretty nice gains from where it is at 61 right now. So it's a pretty nice move. So let's look for it to go up here, get through this resistance, hold this support, test 70, then ultimately try and get up here and test this 80-cent area. These are the things I'd be looking for. Of course, this is merely my interpretation. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you, and trade smart.